trying hard to keep my cool, but when you're near, there's nothing that I can do. When you're walking in, I know it's true. It doesn't even matter how hard I try, 'cause when I hear your voice, my walls come down. Boy, you are the only thing I want. There must be a way I can make you see that if we fell in love, it will be so sweet. But when it's you and me, nobody can bring us down, bring us down. I don't wanna love you if you don't love me back. be us now. Darling, if you knew how this would turn out, we let the stars shine bright. Yeah, I've been waiting too long for ya. I don't wanna love ya if you don't love me back.
If you
You know I met you in the dark, it was a Saturday night. Remember seeing you just dancing in the middle of the crowd. There was something about you, cause you got stuck in my mind. Stuck in my mind, stuck in my mind. I thought I'd give it a go and I started talking to you. I don't know what I said, but the next thing I knew is that I held you in my arms and you asked what we should do. What should we do? What should we do? I said you can do what you want to with me, yeah, I won't mind. As long as you stay with me, I'm alright. I wanna hold ya. I wanna hold ya. You represent lips, blue eyes, black skinny jeans. In every room you walk into, you're always setting the scene. I wanna hold ya, hold ya. We went out of the club and we started walking the streets, and then we stopped for a while and you said you wanna kiss me. I remember thinking, is this really happening? Happening, happening. I never thought I'd meet someone so beautiful. I couldn't quite believe it, it was magical. Just kissing under street lights on our way back home. Our way back home, our way back home. I said you can do what you want to with me, yeah, I won't mind. As long as you stay with me, I'm alright. I wanna hold ya. Baby, I'm falling for ya. I wanna hold ya. Baby, I'm falling for ya. Falling for ya. You represent lips, blue eyes, black skinny jeans. In every room you walk into, you're always setting the scene. I wanna hold ya, hold ya. Met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark, met you in the dark, dark, met you in the dark. I wanna hold ya. trying hard to keep my cool, but when you're near, there's nothing that I can do. When you're walking in, I know it's true. It doesn't even matter how hard I try, 'cause when I hear your voice, my walls come down. Boy, you are the only thing I want. There must be a way I can make you see that if we fell in love, it will be so sweet. But when it's you and me, nobody can bring us down, bring us down.
All right, we are live on YouTube as well, guys. In just a second here, let me assign the German interpreter. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, everybody. From all around the world today, we have a very, very important and exciting call today, joined by Dr. Anna Becker. Very excited to give everyone the updates and really share some incredible information about what has happened in 2021, where we're going in 2022, and the updates specifically on the Forex AI, as well as the development of the overall Daisy AI technology. And 2022 is going to be an incredible year. So happy New Year to everyone. This is the first call of 22. And really, what an incredible 2021 we had together. Of course, I want to remind everyone on January the 9th, we will be having our 1-year anniversary call. And you absolutely do not want to miss this call. We're going to be making a big announcement on that call and sharing with everyone the next chapter, the next venture, if you will, that we're releasing here in the Daisy community. You absolutely don't want to miss that call on January the 9th. But wow, what an incredible 2021 it has been. And I think it's probably very appropriate to open up the call with just some transparency and just really letting everyone know that, hey, we understand where everyone's questions may be, where everyone's curiosity may be, possibly even some disappointments, as well as some hopes and excitements going into 2022. We certainly understand that the performance, the expectation that we had this year for the performance was not achieved. And yet at the same time, I think it's very important that we address this conversation head on, because in life, success is all about moving forward despite the challenges. This is what life is all about. I don't care if we're talking about building an incredible marriage and relationship. You're going to have tough times, and you push through those tough times, right? And you grow together and you make it great. And you're going to have some disappointments along the way in life. This is a part of life. This is what actually makes real projects real. And I want to really say that again. What makes a real project real is when you have full transparency about the entire process and the entire journey. But let's put it into perspective. This year, the Daisy AI with the cryptocurrency trading has outperformed all of the major hedge funds around the world. We comparatively had a profitable year. Over 30 million USDT was rewarded to members just from the trading results alone. It was an incredible accomplishment. And I want to remind everyone of, and I know Edward's going to talk more about this at the on the call today as well, but I want to remind everyone what Daisy is. We are a crowdfunding community that crowdfunded the testing and development of the next generation of AI technology with Endotech in Daisy. And what does that mean, guys? It means that we're going to go through the process of what? Testing and developing. And it means that there's a progression there. There's a growth there. It means there's learning curves and learning opportunities there. And that's what testing and development is all about. And so while we certainly understand that, hey, the excitement and the expectation for incredible 100, 200% returns in the AI is certainly where we are going. And it's certainly what we believe 2022 is going to exceed as a result of this development. 2021 was our very first launch year and the very first year, not even a full year, of development around this AI technology. And so we want to kick off the new year this year, hearing from Dr. Anna herself about the progression and what has taken place in this development process. What can we expect to see moving forward? What are some of the immediate improvements and steps that we get to take together in 2022 as it relates to the AI trading with cryptocurrency? Number two is we also know that everyone is waiting, going, okay, when do we go live with Forex? When does Forex go live? And we've got some great updates for you there as well today. We want to also say that if you participated in the Forex pre-launch in October and November, and you participated in that early pre-launch, you've been waiting for Forex to go live, and you're ready, we have an incredible reward for those of you that were first movers. We're going to be making a big announcement on January the 9th about a new project that we're launching inside of the community. And we are going to be giving a free, you don't have to earn this bonus pool. We're going to be giving every single person who participated in the pre-launch of Forex a share in a very exclusive, very powerful, very lucrative and beneficial bonus pool that's going to last for years to come. And so for those of you that participated in the pre-launch of Forex, you've been waiting, you're going to be rewarded for that. You're going to get an incredible incentive for being an early participant in the Forex trading. And we've got some great updates for you and announcements today about the going live process with Forex. So thank you everybody for joining us here today. Thank you everyone for an incredible 2021, for believing in the Daisy vision, for knowing that a part of being real is you're going to go through everything together. We were never going to hide reality from the community. And part of being real is we get to now continue to build, continue to show the world how real Daisy is. And guys, we are literally just beginning. So on behalf of all the founders, we just want to say welcome to 2021. Thank you guys to 2022. Thank you guys for being a part of this community in 2021. And we're really excited about what is coming in the year to come. So Dr. Anna Becker, thank you so much for being with us today. We know that you have some exciting news and updates to share with us. So we're going to go ahead and turn the call over to you. And guys, get ready for some great information. And thank you again, Dr. Anna, for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you. And before I start, let me share the screen and tell me if we're seeing it. Yes, this one?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I will start, we'll say as usual, because we're having these meetings through the year, by thanking the community for this fantastic year for us and for me personally at Endotech. It was one of the most exciting and the longest year in my life, because when Jeremy was talking about project, I even forgot about several months and several technologies that we developed for this project. So it's really deserves kind of an applause to you guys, because you created this opportunity and this project. So let me start with our original goal, right? Let me try to do that. Okay. Our original goal is predicting volatility through fundamental analysis for improvement of technical algometrics and bringing durable models in different markets. So this goal was, again, really challenging and was extremely exciting for us, because as model developers, as traders in high volatility markets, there is always a feeling of missed opportunity, of something that could have been done better. And the year of analysis and really building the infrastructure that supports testing of different hypotheses and support testing of the whole fundamental structure that we did was phenomenal for us, that we were able to bring our ideas to the level of the results. So let me start with something boring but important. As crowdfunding, we received certain funds. As a company, we spent 3.4+ million on this project. Majority of the funds went to salaries. Certain percentages went to the rest of the operation to support these activities. For example, we used consulting to Bloomberg specialist, different software licenses, and so on. So for each element, we have certain companies, certain individuals, certain software and hardware that we used, and it's come all together to the 3.4. On the salaries basis, I think it's very, very interesting to see that it was multiple teams that worked at the same time. Each team is between 2 and 4 or 5 people that were moving this project along. And it's more or less the same size of the expense that we had on these teams, okay? So I hope that this brings a little bit of transparency of the processes that we were using to move this project. Again, we started this project in January, and this project is still moving in the same way through year 2022. Hopefully in 2022, we will be able to increase the pace of the development, because first year was definitely more exploratory, and I will explain you why. First of all, let's touch the roadmap. We had original roadmap. We started it fairly well with crowdfunding and white paper and creating a team. Just to explain, we grew to 70 people in the company, and we started in low tens at the beginning. So we really increased the team. And we developed all the infrastructures that we needed for AI development. And we were able to release our first models for Forex. But then it got complicated and it got several obstacles in the way that basically now we are moving the rest of the roadmap to be a little bit postponed in both. We are moving the commodities and Ultra ETF testing to further to 2 quarters. And Alpha Daisy we're also moving to the mid or even maybe end of the first quarter of January. And now I'll explain you the reasons. The core team of Daisy project of creating the fundamental analysis that will help us to identify the volatility and to have more understanding and more less risk in using technical systems was built by 6 teams, okay? And the first team, data and financial analysis team, first of all, all 6 teams were moving in parallel, and they are still moving in parallel. It's not like they are waiting, one team is waiting for another. But the first team, fairly early in the process, was stuck with the main question that we did not expect to happen. And I will show you on our regional planning of how things should have been done on this map. I don't remember if you recollected from white paper, but the idea was that the data team will bring different information in real time about geopolitical information, sentiments from social media, and so on and so on. And we'll bring it and we will create the money map of all the available resources. And then how these resources affect one another and how the money is flowing. And we went to all, regular suspects, to the Bloomberg and Reuters and other companies. And we decided to start with commodities because commodities is the easiest to model and easiest to understand. And once we got there and we started to discuss with the teams of how we get and extract the information, we got the funny look from the person that sat in front of us on Bloomberg, and he said, "Welcome to commodities world. There is no data that you are asking for." And then we started to dig further and further and to see what information is available. And we understood that the raw information, the very basic information that we were looking for, it's not there. It's not there in the terms of it's not real time enough. Let's say half a year after the fact, it's not interesting. Even 3 months after the fact, it's not interesting for us anymore. It's not there because in most of the cases, it's not collected during this period. And it's not there because some of the parts are collected, but some not. So after we saw this situation, we were a little bit shocked because, we are living in 2021 and now 2022, we expect to have information. Apparently it's not there. So we checked what others doing. And we understood that on every single point of the information, there was some specific fund or specific company that worked on extracting it. But since our main goal was to create a holistic system, to create a system that kind of explained the global money map, we decided that it's not our approach to spend a year or 2 years or 5 years to try to collect the information about partial world. Instead, we decided to find what is approximate indicators that can still help us, and they can be less accurate, but still help us. And that's how we proceeded. So we had to change, as I said to you, money map became the issue. So we decided to change a little bit the story to get to the same goal, but in time that we decided for ourselves. For time of year and a half, 2 years, right? And then for this, we understood that we need to take the following change. Instead of predicting the volatility, we need to predict the market state. And instead of using complete money map based on raw information, we decided to use economic indicators. Now, it does not cancel the rest of the things that we're using. We still tested tens and even hundreds of different approaches and papers and information, for example, on social media, on Twitter's, on prediction of different elements. We still worked very hard, and we still have real-time raw data for the news, on the behavioral aspect, on different sentiments. So it's not that we don't have additional data, but instead of using the money map and the flow, we decided to rely on economic indicators that we use as external third-party source, and also we developed ourselves. And again, we moved to the idea of volatility to the idea of market states that includes volatility. So to explain it is that within the market, we're not only predicting the level of volatility, we're also predicting the direction. And during this direction, now we can combine it with economic states that, for example, if economy is expanding, it's easier to explain why certain asset is expanding and vice versa. So this was the major change that we introduced into our plans, and we started to run forward. So the main flow works like that, to explain kind of in lame terms of what we're doing. We predicting and identifying economy using economic indicators. Then we deciding on economic state, for example, recession, expanding, stable, and so on, and introduce into it through the modeling different delay factors based on behavior, on inertia, on technical functions, and we get to the market state. Once we got to the market state, using technical analysis brings us better systems than what we have right now. So till today, we had very nice progress with all the system. We created already the first working system that helps us to predict Forex market, that help us to predict some of the elements in metals, and it significantly improves the use of technical analysis only. As we discussed in our presentation in Dubai, Forex is the main stone for the roadstone for us in algorithmic trading, because it has much more liquidity, it's much more traditional market, and it still has enough leverage to provide us with high opportunity. And compared to crypto, it gives us also much more flexibility on the frequency and on the types of the systems that we're using. So I would like to kind of show you a few examples of improvement that we did using this approach. Everyone that followed the Daisy testing results saw that this year Bitcoin experienced quite a complicated year, right? And if you look at the final year, we had a market that went up quite a number of tenths of percent, and went down and went up. And you saw that Bitcoin, unfortunately, was really under-delivering the performance. It moved between minus 30 and minus 70%. Now, what we found within this year, within this project, is we found a very interesting theory of bubbles that predicted in fundamental world. There are certain indicators that also using fundamental and technical analysis that apparently Bitcoin is experiencing these bubbles constantly. So this is the first asset that we saw that when we look at, let's say, stocks, right? We look at indices. Usually the bubble is very different from the regular behavior. But in Bitcoin, we see bubbles constantly. We see this larger move, they end up as in a bubble fashion constantly. So what we did is, using this information, we created new indicators that helped us to achieve this result for the Bitcoin. As you can see, in this year, it's resulting in 80%. So we understood how to break the issue of this type of behavior of the market by using this information. So again, it was a little bit byproduct because for Bitcoin, we don't have fundamental analysis, but fundamental analysis has helped us to create the indicators to analyze the states and to create the new type of algos. On the ETH story, on the Ethereum story, it's also very interesting because what we see is that market is starting to change. And I will explain you where we see it. This is the first time in the history of Ethereum that the trend went in very specific way. I don't know if you can see the mouse showing the pointer showing the last trend, but the last trend that's going up is not a typical Ethereum trend. It's quite flat and very pullbackish. It pulls back all the time. This is a typical trend of mature markets. So in original algorithms of Ethereum, because they were based on the nature of crypto markets, and we did not put in the maturity elements of the markets, you see that the result, we're not able to capture this trend. We quite at the beginning, we stopped capturing the trend. But if you will look at our new algorithm, we kept the full trend in. I really apologize. I have no idea where the slide went. Yeah, but again, the main difference between two algos is that the trend was caught in full in the new algos. On the Forex algorithms, it's very interesting improvement. The original Forex algos that we have, that using 4-hour time frame, when we don't use leverage, and this is very important to mention. This is a typo. It's January 2001. Okay, this is January 2001. It's typo. We got 100% in 20 years without leverage. What it means is that by using any type of leverage in compound effect, you can talk about 10 times more, you can talk about 30 times more, and you can be very comfortable with the result. Now, the main change that we were able to do by impacting the technical analysis with fundamental analysis is that our Sharpe ratio went from 1.6 to 2.4. So it's still not where we want it to be. That's why we were definitely going to continue with the process and to improve further the fundamental analysis. But it significantly improves the overall issues of the performance. Again, if you can look at this chart from kind of standing far away, it looks almost like a curve. But if you look from the annual point of view, you can see the sum of the years were not successful. By bringing 1.6 to 2.4, you significantly strengthen the line and you improve it to the level of months instead of years. But when we move to the 15 minutes chart, you can see that the results becoming quite interesting. By using fundamental analysis, by using advanced technique of choosing the times within weekdays and so on, using the news, getting out before the important news and not staying in the market, and there's lots of other elements that connected to fundamental analysis, we are receiving this type of results during the last year. So again, we did lots of elements. First of all, the infrastructure itself that supports fully automated fundamental analysis combined with that produces market states, and market states are taken into account when the technical analysis works. I think it's very impressive by itself, but the results kind of speak also for themselves. So what comes next? We have been testing Forex on Daisy account for the last few weeks. And we saw that we have positive results. We're happy with everything that's happening there. We don't have issues, but it was done on very small funds. Now we will be, Daisy will be increasing funds for us on this account, and we will proceed with higher trading balances. Now we need to be very careful because even that it's liquid market, we need to be confident that it's not changing the slippage. We are proceeding with increasing number of systems that are trading and so on. So again, it's a very careful process. Second is, of course, the continuation of the development of the Daisy project. If we are talking about the completion, from one point of view, we built all the infrastructure, but we merely started testing and building the final modeling. So from infrastructure point of view, I think we are about 80% done, but from the real usage and understanding and research that can be done using this system, we may be 30% in. So it's still, while again, this year was fantastic and interesting, we expect next year will be quite groundbreaking because we have some milestones. And if we succeed to prove in hard way that the way market works from fundamental point of view, that can be again very big groundbreaking change in the way that markets approached. And of course, we are working on commodity silver ETFs. There we're about 20% done. So we have initial system, they are working, but from research point of view, we're just starting. And of course, lots of modeling. The Sharpe ratio has to go from higher and higher. In some systems, we have very nice numbers already. We have above 3 and above, even one system above 4.1. But we need to overall introduce it into the system. Once we're there, we will be able to discuss the improvement of the results in more, not guaranteed, of course, but in more predictable fashion. So that's our story. Again, it was as expected, not everything that was planned. We had to make changes, but I think it came to a very exciting result. And we expect next year to be even more interesting.
Awesome.
Very nice. Thank you, Dr. Anna. Thank you so much for being very detailed, transparent. I think, on this call today, I would say this is kind of like an annual report with information. Of course, different time zones, so not everybody able to join. But this call is very important. We should see every single person in it. Why? Because everyone owns Endotech equity, right? So everyone wants to know the results, where we're going. So it is very, very important call. So I hope people will be able to go back and watch it over and share it with their downlines. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. I wanna speak today with the community as if I would speak with my partners. Why? Because they are my partners. They are our partners, right? They part of Endotech equity owners. So that means we're all partners. So that said, I really hope everyone will understand and see the positive side. First, I would like to point out the Endotech that has some strategies already. Before Daisy started, if you go on Endotech website, you'll see some strategies, and we just talked about Ethereum strategies. So I want to kind of go back, look at those strategies, and then analyze where we at and what is going on. So if you look at the, let's say Ethereum beta, right? It's better. I personally started this back in 2018, had a really good performance. I think we did about 210% in that strategy. Not we, but Endotech outside that strategy did about 210+%, right? From January 2021 till today. So, and also if you go back all the way till January 2018, from that day till today, it's actually that strategy actually did over 4,000% profits. Why am I talking about this? When Daisy strategy did only 29-30% today, right? If we look 29% from 2021, well, it's actually there's a reason, and I'll explain. It might sound bad, but it's actually, in my opinion, and from the fundamental side, it's not bad. It's actually good, and we'll go over and we'll talk about this. So why are we? If we have such a great results with this strategy, why are we not doing? Why don't we, with the Daisy project, go into that strategy and trade only that strategy, right? Why won't we do it? When it's there, it's easy to get in. We all see it every day, but there's a simple answer to it. We're not here to start trade some strategies that already exist. Good strategies exist, right? We're here to build new AI. So we crowdfunding Endotech team to develop this new next level AI. So that's the whole idea. It's not so we could just trade. Now, obviously, expectations didn't meet. My expectation didn't meet what I saw it's going to happen, right? I know Jeremy and Ilya's expectations didn't meet. I know Dr. Anna's expectation did not meet, right? But it's okay. The main point of this project is to build this AI, right? So if we're working and building this AI, we're looking for the future. Right now, this AI has not been implemented. It's not. We only going through testing, some experimenting, some things, right? And that's why we see those kind of results. And especially what we have been seeing for the last 3 months, the fund was slowly going down. And those people who has VAP accounts, they see it's like we enter, we exit, we enter, we exit, we enter, we exit. To me, if I look from fundamental, from even common sense, the harder market is, and 2021 was their hard market. Everybody knows that, right? The hard market is, and if we developing this project in a harder market, that's mean when the AI is going to be developed, the AI is going to be better. And what are we doing? What are we funding? We're funding a project that for the future of us to use this AI, right? And this AI is not been implemented yet. It's almost like example. I was talking to one of the paysetter yesterday, and I give him example about how you build house, and then I go like, it's not a good example. And then after we hang up, I think about it. I go like, actually, it is a good example. So when you build a house, you're not living in a house, you're building a house, right? You're starting excavation, foundation. There's so many steps, right? And then when you finish house, you have to put all the furniture, you get approval with the city you are, make sure that you're ready to move in, right? It's a similar process with this building AI. Right now, we're in a stage of mid-stage, maybe some process already more, some less. But overall, once the Daisy AI is going to be fully complete, we'll be able to move into house and use this beautiful AI profits, right? So, but it is what it is right now, and why it's not bad. So we have to put the reasons why are we doing this? Are we just donating money? Of course not. It's not donation. We get equity, EndoTech equity, guys. If we had only a program that you would crowdfund this project, like all the other crowdfunds, I invest in so many different companies before they went publicly traded. Private money. I done so many deals, and some of the deals were, I made the most money, right? Some of the deals didn't work out. But if this project Daisy was only to crowdfund, once this part is going to be developed, we're not getting any rewards. If we didn't have this program, we had only program to receive EndoTech equity, it would be excellent. It would be a good project. It would be a good project, and nobody would be expecting. We will not say our expectation didn't meet, because truly in the process of developing, there's big potentials to make. We could make 200%, we could make 400%. And it still can happen, it will happen, right? But once that AI is going to be completed, that's when it's going to truly will happen. So that said, I just want to make sure people see the reality, the vision that this project of Daisy, it's not a priority to make the profits right now. In fact, to me, it's like it's high priority, but in reality, you have to analyze everything and look what you're getting from it, right? Because we'll be able to go back. Do not forget about all this equity you have, and for us as pay setters, we have so much equity. That value of this equity as a pay setters, and this is directly to pay setters, we can't even complain about performance if we're pay setters, because we have equity that worth so much than what we put in. I'm not talking about only financial, but even the amount of work we're putting. You cannot compare that, and that's how it works in reality. When you crowdfund something, there's equity, you get it. But we have like a beautiful project that comes from both. During the process, Jeremy talked about the system, the rewards paid out over 30 million. It paid out over 30 million of trading profits. It's not, it's a lot. Yeah. So obviously, the equity is going to be a big part for us. but I want people to focus on primary reason. Primary reason, we start this project to build this AI. It's in a process. We're getting close, and we're going to start implementing that. Not we, but Dr. Anna is going to start implementing some things. Forex is in the first phase, almost ready to go in that phase two. Phase two, we talked about, is going to be increasing more funds and reporting. We're going to see the reporting. We're going to see some increasement. I was talking to Dr. Anna a few days ago. She was so excited. She said, "Hey, we have some great news with the Forex." And I go like, "Oh yeah, I thought we were already in the second phase," but she said, just results of the slippage and made some profits. But of course, it's on a small scale, so you don't see the reports because it's on a small scale. We don't report it yet. Reports are going to go live as phase two is going to go in. And I would want to ask if we approximately know how long it's going to take. It's hard to say because there's some technical things. It's a new, it's a custom API built, custom terminal connection. So it takes a little bit more time. Anyway, so what I would, the way I look at the whole picture, and I'm sorry for kind of like jumping back and forth. I hope you understand. Jeremy, Ilya knows me very well. I can talk, and I'm talking to you right now as I was talking to Jeremy and Ilya, just from the heart, from because it's 100%, all of you, every single person, doesn't matter, you bought one tier or you bought all 10 tiers, you're part of the owner. Why? Because you own EndoTech equity, and we should focus on what we can control. Now, obviously, we cannot control of EndoTech development and strategies because they're experts. That's what they do. What can we control? Well, if we are like a team builders, pace setters, or team builders, building teams, that's what we should focus. Why? Why should we focus? Because this is the best time to bring new people. It is best time. It's always shows historically, and all the time it shows the more down we go. And the last 3 months we've been not successfully getting in the trades, and then it just increases the chances the next big run. This is, for me, this is a very easy, no emotions attached, even though I have a lot of emotions, but still no emotions attached, because I know once I'm going to bring more people, what can I control? I can control evaluation of my EndoTech equity, how I can control it. The more money I have it in test trading, the more evaluation of EndoTech. So if I own equity, and this is my own business, if this is my business, every single person here is independent business owner. We're all partners. We're crowdfunding one project. So this is what we can control. So I would focus, me personally, focus on a team building, because that's what I do. I build teams, right? Now, what about the people who are just passively contributed in a crowd fund? That's easy for them. They don't have to do anything. All they just have to wait until the AI is going to be built, so they can move into this new AI world and enjoy this beautiful profits with the new AI. And of course, don't forget about your equity part, because that is pretty exciting. That's to me, it's very, very exciting, right? So anyway, so building team for people who builds, this is actually a good time to focus, right? And January 9th is very important, because in January 9th, we're going to announce a really exciting project, which is going to complement this Daisy, because it's part of the Daisy. It's going to complement especially the people who participate from the tier 3 and above. And there's logic behind this. I think people understand it. If not, we could talk privately in this. But there's few things that probably missing. I was thinking over it yesterday. I wanted to talk about, but I am so focused right now I am so focused right now. I was so focused a year ago. I know we all, Ilya, Jeremy, we've been so focused right now, and we have a clear vision of Daisy project, clear vision. We know exactly where we're going. We see how everything comes to, right? But I'm so much more focused today than I was focused a year ago. And I'm so much more confident with EndoTech development than I was a year ago, because we already went through 50%, 80%, on some of it 30%. So we got in some developments already went through. So we know we're getting very close to receive. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, I just that's what I said, that I even forgot the how things started and what are the issues that we resolved this year. But we made something extraordinary in the way that we are the first company that able to serve hundreds of thousands of sub accounts and sub wallets. So this testing ground for this massive structure of individual users, individual contributors as a technology, it was not developed, and it's still not developed by anyone. So to have algorithmic trading, fully automated algorithmic trading with high quality execution and scalability on this level, it was all created this year. So when we're talking about AI, since Daisy project was done as main idea of AI project, but we need to understand all the boring stuff of how to create a scalable system, how to serve thousands and hundreds of thousands of contributors, and how to manage all the system, plus how to do it in a quality way. And I have to tell you that we have lots of teams that doing audits of us, of how we exactly doing the execution, and we are on the level of high frequency trading teams of the way we do manage the order flow. So in addition to this fancy stuff that we're doing and the thing that nobody is even tried to do before as Daisy project, we also did this huge underground execution part of creating the first in the world scalable system for hundreds of thousands of people, that we are delivering the results. We are executing these huge orders in high quality way, and all in fully automated fashion. That it's you need just to understand the value that you brought to EndoTech as a community, as to the product of EndoTech, not only the results of, because results is just one part of the product. The product is ability to serve, to provide the service of investment to the clients. So this product grew impressively over the last year from small number of thousands to hundreds of thousands. So this is very important for me to mention, that it's wrong to look only on, again, it's disappointing for me the most that the system was not in time to adapt itself and to move to the new, as I said, more traditional style of trends, traditional style. So it took longer than it should have been done. But from the other angles, it did it, and now the rest of the system is functional for the whole year, and it's bringing the value for every participant, as Edward said.
Yeah. Bringing the value to EndoTech, it's bringing value to your own pocket, because you own every tier owns some shares. Thank you for bringing this up. And we're somewhere in the mid trenches, in the mid of this developing the AI. And that reminds me a quote. I don't know who wrote this quote, but surrendering at the beginning of the journey is bigness. It's just big person what they do. They give up as soon as this first small challenge, they give up, right? Giving up in the middle, like where we are right now, it's just stupid, because you're in the middle. It's people do it. I mean, there's mistakes been made, right? And it's just stupid. But so in this case, you don't start if you're not ready to go all the way to the end. And we already passed middle, so we're of course, it's right now, the dedication is, I would say, expensive, but the greater the effort, the greater is results. So what can we do? We just focus what we can do. So we all have something as people, we all have some gifts, talents. We're good at something, we develop something. And specifically on this call, the community, the whole community who's on this call, I'm pretty sure this is all builders. And this is what we're good at, right? And trust to EndoTech, part of development. Yes, it's disappointing, but at the same time, it's exciting because we're so much accomplished in development part. It's exciting, it's good. And we're so much grew as a company, as EndoTech, and we owned the equity. And how do we create a more value of equity? We just go back, focus, and build. This is the best time. I mean, Dr. Anna, don't you agree? I know, but like maybe you can touch a little bit on when, like from your experience, when your strategy is going slowly down, the longer it goes, what does it happen? The more we have.
Yeah, we are in statistical. Listen, I hate kind of giving guarantees or misleading people to trust that something will happen just because it happens statistically. But what you're referring to is exactly the effect of I personally put money when my strategies go down, because it means that we did so many mistakes as a strategy statistically that it helps. But again, it's like I have, lawyers and everybody on my head that you need to understand that it's not an advice for no reason. It's not an advice to do that. It's just, common sense that I use. But again,
it's a common sense.
Yeah, this period, again, we need to understand that the fact that we lost so much is because in compound way, we increased the profits. We didn't go for the safe road. Like since we were already in profits, we increased the leverage, we increased the capacity. So the last few months, it's, like I always thinking like, what if I would pull the plug on all the system in November, right? Then we would stay on 100 plus and nothing would happen. But at this point, the system did not signal to stop. So since they did not signal to stop, I was not able to make my own decisions on what to do. So yes, they were losing, and they were losing much more because they were already enabled by the system to take chances, to take risks. So if it would have been in very conservative way, it would be stopped by then. And if it would not go for alphas, for betas and so on, but we're already on the level of passing 100%, and that's why system allowed to take additional risks. So while it's very painful for everybody and us especially, I still think we are in fairly good state, because last year we started in very painful spot. We started after all the big moves, right?
Yes.
We started like, even if you check on EndoTech algos, and you will just take this 9 days in the year and out of the years that we started on 9th of January, it's a huge difference. It's a difference between 60-70%, and it's the first 60-70%, which are extreme in the compound effect. So again, last year, from my point of view, was even more painful, and the fact that we didn't start on 15th of December before, and so it was even more painful. Right now, yes, again, it's painful, but we definitely can have more time to work on the systems, to trade these testing funds, to see their results, and again, get back. So we as a team, we are committed to work, through these issues and to work forward. It's not unexpected. You need to understand, it's not unexpected. It's not that we're saying, wow, our system are really losing systems. We are worried about what to do. It's just the situation on the market. And yes, it's kind of expected that it might happen. So it's I
think it's a good thing, Dr. Anna. This is a good thing. This is a very positive thing, because we expected this can possibly happen. And during the hard times, actually, we can develop better better system because we're going through this, right?
Yes,
Everything
yes,
happens
yes.
for the right reason. Everything happens for the good reason. All my life, and if you analyze your life, if you're a normal person, not some lazy sitting doing nothing, but if you're a normal person and you're trying to achieve something, every small challenge or something, it's a stepping stone to become better. So this AI is just going to be better. It's
Yeah, I do agree because this pain is actually creating, like giving us a push. Because when everything is great, it's like you're thinking to yourself, so why would I be, pushing myself so hard? Once we're starting to experience this pain of the algos, whole team works like around the clock. So it's because it's real. Like you see why we need to do that. It's like you see we have to stop it. The next time it cannot be like never again. The Israeli pitch, but never again. So
maybe this should happen more often while we're building AI, so you would build a bulletproof AI.
yes, never again.
That
Yes.
the whole team works 24/7.
Yes.
Anyway, Jeremy, I'm sorry, talk too much. I just want to explain that I will give you, both of you, we're probably run out of time.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Yes, a little bit.
It's awesome.
But I think
real quickly, and I want to throw it to you, but I just love what you said about the example of building the house, and that's just a beautiful example that when you're building a house, you see the house, it's not finished immediately. It takes time. And right now that's what we're doing. We're building a dream home. And in the end, that dream home, that dream estate, we're going to all walk in and live there, right? We're going to experience the final result. And I just love that example. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
and this building, Jeremy, is going to be anti-earthquake, as we know, right? Like Japanese style. So it's going to be bulletproof, this huge building. And this is a very important point. No, I really like, Edward, you spoke today probably longer than ever before, which is very good for the beginning of the year. But I think people really understood your vision and the way you take it personally as investor and trader. Myself also, I don't have any concerns, any worries, any problems, you know myself, right? Why?
Right.
Because before we started Daisy, first I checked and attack myself. And I'm still using some strategies, right? So I can see how they perform. I have no doubts. And I clearly understand, just like yourself, it's development of new technology, which takes time. So we just need to be patient. And I do understand that most of people, they cannot be patient. They want results right away. They want results yesterday. They want it today. They cannot wait. Simple as that, right? So, but we as leaders, especially pay setters, we need to lead by example, right? So this is very important. And like you said, not only for pay setters, especially for pay setter leaders, it's going to be such a huge reward in the end, right? So we passed already middle of our journey. And actually this year we will be completing the crowdfunding station. I know we're getting these questions when and how, when it's going to be transformed into retail investment style, or when this equity is going to be exchanged and things like this. We don't have clear answer yet, but we will have much more information by the end of March in Dubai. We're pretty sure like 3 months from now, we'll have more information on how we can do it legally. And there will be so many exciting announcements. So I feel very confident, just like yourself, Edward. And Dr. Anna, thank you so much for your annual report. I think this is something that many people expected to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Anna.
Without any shadow of a doubt, guys, 2022 is going to be another record-breaking year. And this is something I can guarantee you. We can guarantee you that, listen, we did 250 million in total contributions in 2021 with everything combined. And in 2022, we're going to take that to a whole nother level. We have a real good shot at 2022 being our first $1 billion year. And what a story. I mean, what a story to be able to just 250 million in contributions in year one of any project is record breaking. But we would, at the end of the day, what we want everyone to understand is we're just getting started. We're laying the foundation as a community. We're building a house and we're in the early phases of that development. And Daisy is here to stay. We will continue to gain momentum and bring things to the world in a way that will be disruptive. And we've just begun with the Forex trading. We're ready to now move into the next phase where you'll see the placement of funds, higher placement of funds going into the trading. So stay tuned for that over the next few days. You'll start to see that happening. We're at that point now where we're ready to go live into phase 2. And with the AI cryptocurrency, you're going to see the implementation of new strategies. And you're going to start to see the unveiling, if you will, of the first development steps of the AI that have now been completed. And we're going to start moving forward into seeing those in the live trading account. So a lot of big things coming, and don't miss January 9th. Be on that call, have your whole team on that call, because, you know, again, we're going to be bringing something to the world that has absolutely never been done. And we're going to make history at a whole nother level in 2022. Daisy is here to stay. This is a long-term finish line project. We're not here to have one big year. We're here to build and build and build brick upon brick, layer upon layer. We're building something massive together. And so happy new year to everyone. Edward, Ilya, man, it's incredible to go into this new year with you guys. Dr. Anna, thank you for everything that you do, your vision, your work ethic, your commitment to the project. And we're excited about an incredible year. So let's rock and roll. We'll see everybody on January the 9th. And don't miss it. Get your team on. We'll see you guys then. And if you have a team that wasn't on today, the playbacks will be posted today. You'll be able to watch the recordings, and all of that will be shared in the official Telegram channel. So have a great day, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
January 9th.
January 9th.
Big day. All right.
Bye, guys.